Check out the zone and do a review real quick. This is what you see. This is what you see when you first sign into the zone. Let's go do a review. We have 3 zone accounts. So this is what you see when you first sign up. Joe Joyce, yeah, but that's not. They could be set. I don't know. You know, Luis Ortiz, Joe Joyce. That's what they're saying. This was.
We're at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello again, everybody. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan, along with Dave Von Tempo. We've got the WBC welcome.
So as soon as you load it up on your desktop, this is what you see. Now I forgot which button I have to use to make this turn mobile. Let me see. Is it F11? Nope, it's not F11. I think it's F12. Let's go see what it looks like on mobile. I have to go full screen so you can see it better. Let's go full screen. Damn, it's still too small. Let me see. We can't do it this way. Well, we're just going to have to go back and do it. But if you can see it, this is their, you know, mobile interface here. But let's go back to. Wait, that's a guy. Wait, no, wait. Let's do it this way. iPhone 10.
We're at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello again, everybody. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan, along with Dave Von Tempo. We've got the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World for you. Yeah.
But do anybody have the zone? I heard somebody, I think it was Hassan, saying that they need more weekly original content. They got the whole library of Oscar fights, I see.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the...
Also, let me tell you, people who say they've had issues with the zone in regards to people who say that they have issues or had issues with the zone in regards to buffering and all that, I'm going to tell you that I've never had not one single issue in regards to like streaming quality or picture quality. The one issue I had was when I tried to reset my password. This is the reason why we ended up with a third DAZN account. I tried to reset my password and the email never came through. I was really, really frustrated and pissed off. But I never had any issues with like buffering or nothing like that. Never. Overall, I mean, you know, for $9.99 a month, but for the amount of fights that you're getting, you know, I think it's a good deal, especially if you're a hardcore boxing fan looking for full cards and uninterrupted content. For example, what they do is they also give you, like, not only when they upload, like when they after the fights, they actually put it into a nice format. Here, let's go to boxing, where they give you the highlights. I am on the Zone website. This is the Zone website. Are you blind, Mr. Celery? I mean, yeah, Mr. Celery, are you blind? You know, you get the media workouts here. You get the press conference. AK and Barack are getting better. Don't get me wrong. AK is a friend of mine. But he do get a little, you know, that shit was getting whack, especially when they were interrupting the weigh-ins for like the interviews. Like, you know, they should stop the weigh-ins to do the interviews. I'm gonna show you. Let me see if we can find a weigh-in. Let me see if we can find a weigh-in. They fixed it for Canelo Rocky though. They fixed it for Canelo Rocky. But that shit was getting annoying when somebody would be weighing in, but they'd be interviewing somebody and they'd try to cut back quick, and you know, it just was whack. The original content is this is supposed to be, you know, like,
as the loom of destiny weaves its design, the outcome is not immediately apparent. Saul Canelo Alvarez is made from the bold pattern of Mexico's boxing tradition. Rocky Fielding is cut from an entirely different cloth.
This is called the Journey, Canelo Rocky, and basically it's you know, the docu. I'm not going to use the term like HBO 24/7 no more. They're not around no more. So I'm going to say like all access. All right, all access is number one. However, it's one of those things like where, you know, Liev Schreiber, Sabretooth, And Ray Donovan, he's the voice for HBO 24/7 if you didn't know. And Barry Pepper, the sniper from Saving Private Ryan, he's the narrator for All Access. At the beginning, I didn't like him. I was like, he trying to be too much like All Access. You know, I was being a hoe. I was like, he trying to be too much like HBO 24/7. I don't like it. But now, that shit be lit. So I'm hoping that whoever this dude is, what's this guy's name? What's this guy's name? I'm hoping it's the case with him because I'm like, I don't know. This ain't, what's this guy's name? The
As the
narrator.
loom of destiny.
Jamie Camille or Jaime Camille. Jaime Camille. Yeah, I didn't like him at first. But no, I enjoyed these though. They serve the purpose of doing what they're supposed to do. You know, the first episode, obviously who the fighters are, the build up.
My career is what meant to be.
Press conferences.
Then one day I got the phone call.
This is the 17th edition.
But as you can see, mind you, we are here live streaming, right? And I'm doing this via live stream. So and notice it's not like buffering or nothing like that. I get notifications from the zone. I'm trying to, let me see. I get notifications from the zone. I know I get too many from fucking ESPN. I get notifications from the zone. I don't think they do it when they add new content. That would be overwhelming. You know, to me, I don't want that shit. But you know, it's high quality content. It's a shame that they're struggling in the States, and I can understand why. But of course, they got to understand at the beginning, you're going to struggle, right? In a new venture over here in the States. It's going to take them a couple of years, especially since they got to wait and see how this PBC thing, you know, works out. Al Heyman is not letting go of his fighters. He's not letting go of his fighters. They may be able to get some here and there, but the good thing that they can say for 2018 and 2019 is they secured the 160-pound division. So in my opinion, they have to make sure they keep a stranglehold on it. And even if they got to throw as much money, they got to keep that division. You know, and they got to start working up those mandatories, getting those mandatories, and you know, those purse bids, getting those belts over there. They got to win purse bids. You know, I think it was a real big, for the amount of money. And I understand, you know, $1 million is a lot of money, but it's, to me, they should have won that purse bid with Hooker versus Saucedo. But maybe they lost that purse bid for a reason, for something down in the future, because also Top Rank is very powerful. And Top Rank is now backed by Disney. Top Rank is very, very powerful. They have a lot of money to throw around. That's why they signed up Kubrat Pulev, getting ready to go to war, you know, for Joshua next year. So they have the IBF mandatory, and also Top Rank will potentially have the WBO mandatory as well. So they're getting ready to go to war. Yeah, you know what? Them losing White Chisora, and then them losing the purse bid for Maurice Hooker and Saucedo, which was an excellent fight. It's like you know, I mean, that's their money and everything, but it's like it sends a bad sign, you know, to me. I would love to see Gervonta Davis on the zone. Can you imagine seeing Tank Davis fighting 4 times a year? You know, it's crazy. You know, a fighter like him, he needs to be fighting 4 times a year. Are there training footage of Floyd upcoming about? No. Listen, I started last night getting out the backlog of shit. You know, so I got a whole bunch of shit is coming. You know, so I'm starting, and I am going to get out the Hassan was talking about, get out the Kovalev footage. See, what it is I got to edit it because he shot it in portrait. So I got to edit it to zoom in, and it's going to be kind of distorted to get it in landscape. You know, the Kovalev Alvarez press conference. So I'm working on getting that backlog stuff out now. You know, I did videos yesterday, and I did the website. So I'm doing this. These videos are going to be edited and uploaded. I got to do Jamel Charlo, Tony Harrison. What other fight I got to do today? I got to do another fight. Pac versus Broner. Gearing up for that. So, yeah, we're really on track. Like, we're on track today. But in regards to the zone, I think $9.99 a month is worth it. I think all media should have it. No media should be bitching about canceling. Well, you know, if I saw this fighter, I got my free trial, I'm going to cancel. No, fuck that. Fighters that may eventually fight on your card, if you're a like a promoter or something, or if you're like a media member, you know, fighters that you may support have to fight somebody, may have to fight somebody on their card. It's like a circle. Like, not supporting the sport is, you know, like, it's weird to me. But overall, they do need some more original content. I think they need a show, even if it's something like this, like where they have, like you know how Dan Rayfield, the Boxing Beat. We're gonna go look at we're gonna go review ESPN Plus in detail in a minute. They need like a weekly show where they bring people in, even if it's via Skype. I know Yahoo, Kevin Iole does it from his home. You know, Dan Rayfield, he's doing it for. This is really annoying me up here. This has got to go. There we go. See, Hearn is keeping his fighters active, but it also can be a bad thing too, because fighters can burn out. For example, it's time for Tevin Farmer. He needs a break. You know, he needs to take a break. You know, come back like March or April or so. That's cool. Like, sometimes he may burn his fighters out, but overall, they need like a weekly talk show. And I'm sorry, I don't think that, like, this is good content right here. This is what they have so far.
Fight fans, welcome to the first edition of the Sweet Scientists. Ak and Barack, I go by the name of Ak.
And I'm Barack the Boxing Bully.
And expect the unexpected here on the show.
Well, let me stop this for a minute. Over in Canada, y'all getting more for the zone than we're getting over here in the States. Because don't y'all get the NBA or the NFL over there? And y'all were having issues with it at first, correct? Something like that. So eventually, you know, just like ESPN Plus, they give you a lot for $5, in my opinion. Especially if you're a hardcore sports fan. Don't get it twisted. I can cover NBA, you know, if I didn't cover, you know, boxing. So, you know, I find like what they give you and college basketball, like for $5 a month. But in regards to the zone in the States, is primarily a combat sports platform with some soccer and I think cricket and something like that.
But before I get into anything, I want to touch on Adonis Stevenson. We want to send our prayers and thoughts to him and his family. Initially was in critical condition, but now the update is that he is stable, but he's still in an...
They need just more than AK and Barack, give them the Christmas. Yeah, they need, yeah, this is not enough. They need, see, AK and Barack, they're host of like the zone platform. You know, like they're the zone ambassadors. There's and these are good. Like them having these for example, let's go fast forward. Like them being with Canelo, you know, shit like these are good. We need stuff like this.
How do I look?
You look like a fashion model. You know what I mean? Like walk the runway type.
But no, you need interaction like this with boxers. You need it.
That's good. Listen, this is our baby.
This is a collaboration.
This is something.
But also,
they trying to win against a tough opponent.
Also, notice how like I like how there's no political divide here. Like they, you know, it looks like they're going to be getting all boxers on this platform because obviously Lomachenko is with, you know, Top Rank.
Another world title. I noticed on the internet, on social media, Instagram, people complain.
Loma don't like doing interviews. Why are you so guarded like that? I noticed at the press conference too.
You didn't take care of Pedrosa in 2 or 3 rounds right away. They complain.
In the fight, I need to improve his words.
Too much pressure.
But you put some pressure on yourself because you said I'm no Maschenko.
Yeah,
so these are cool, but they need, you know, like a like a boxing show, something that where people go, okay, I'm getting this consistent content every week, like a live podcast, you know, like Chris Mannix does, like Kevin Iole does every now and then, you know, the Boxing Beat. What else? Let's go check out some other things on here. Obviously, you know, MMA, Bellator. They have other MMA events as well. I watched Amanda Serrano's last MMA fight on here. I was surprised and hyped.
Tomorrow night, Saturday, December.
No, that's a good thing, though. For example, the PBC. We're going to talk about. Damn, we got to do. So we got to. We're doing this one, the Zone. We're going to do ESPN Plus. We're going to do Showtime. But I guess we got to. I guess we should do Showtime, PBC, all in the same. You know, for example, the PBC show that came on this last week, and it's been on free TV a lot, and Fox Sports 1, inside of PBC Boxing and everything. And the title is what it says, but they talk majority, if not all, PBC boxing. Like the other boxers outside don't exist, except for Kell Brook when he was talking about Kell Brook. I mean, no, Jared Swift Heard talking about Kell Brook.
15th exclusive.
This is Bellator stuff.
Very happy. A very exciting.
So as you can see, did you notice none of this stuff is having no issues loading? So people be like, man, the Zone app sucks. The shit don't load. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah. Let's see, what are we looking for? Canelo card highlights. Presentation is cool, though. I dig it.
From the city that never sleeps, super lightweight battle, Ivelisse taking on Maximiliano Becerra.
No, Golden Boy did their last fight a couple of weeks ago. I forgot what fight it was. Was it the Soto Carras Nico fight, or was one after that? Nico Macias, that crazy ass fight where he threw like fucking 3,000 punches or some shit. I think it was one after that. So right now it's just the Zone and Facebook Watch.
Sarah trying to bully his way back into this fight now as the crowd gives him some approval. Oh, that right.
Indeed.
Total punches landed. Look at that.
I do have to admit though that it is your internet likely if you're having issues, because I do have like super like high powered internet and shit. So, you know, I do have to admit that. But that goes to show that it's not the app, it's your internet.
Almost 2-1 for Taz. There's at the punch now.
And look at the picture quality, clean.
First of all, he doesn't have the power to keep the whole off of him.
Oh, he goes like, down he goes. This body shot, and he is being shot down. 4, 5, 6. Fielding is looking to his corner.
8. He continues.
Jamie Moore looks back.
Okay.
Fielding is game, but he is getting.
He doesn't have that arsenal, and he's fighting the wrong fight. But look, he still has this look in his eye, like maybe he's trying to get Canelo to wear himself out.
Down he goes. Fielding looks back in his corner. Jamie Moore.
He fucked him up.
5, 6.
Says keep going.
7, 8.
He's back up.
Fucked Rocky up. But, you know, nonetheless, I mean, fans are just so weird and finicky when it comes to shit, man. You know, like, I never understood. See, they can't tell you, but I can tell you, thank God, you know, that, you know, I'm like independent media where I can talk about the shit. But motherfuckers be cheap as shit. Like, y'all want to talk about, y'all know I get pissed off. Y'all want to talk about what the fighters are making and everything, what the pay-per-view buys and everything. But then when somebody come along and asks you to pay $10 for Canelo, even if it is Rocky Fielding, HBO, if it was on HBO, HBO costs more than the Zone. Yes, you get more, and I understand that, but still. They just gotta more original content. They need like a show, like a weekly like show. They gotta, you know, who do they have? They got Brian Kinney. Chris Mannix has his own podcast. Does he have the time to do something else with the Zone? Because all this stuff costs money. They need like a hardcore deep boxing show with people like, oh shit, they had such and such on there last week. For example, imagine if the Zone had a show where they're talking to Deontay Wilder or something one week, then they get Tyson Fury on, then they get Frank Warren on. You see what I'm saying? Something like that. That would bring consistent, to keep the subscribers coming back consistently for original content, because right now the original content right now doesn't appeal to us. You see what I'm saying? Like their original content appeals to like like professional people and shit. Not the people that are sitting there like, man, I ain't buying that motherfucking fight. I'm going to get some motherfucking Jordans with my 10. Some shit like that. I'm going to use that $10 to go get motherfucking 10 Dutches or 10 fucking Bluntvilles or some shit. You see what I'm saying? I've noticed a lot of times they wonder why pay-per-view buys are not doing what they used to be doing, or why ratings are not. They say they want that 18 to what 35 demographic, but a lot of their content, if you notice, appeal to people in suits and shit. You see what I'm saying? It's weird like that. You know, it's weird like that. So, you know, they gotta get, you know, like more, you know, I don't know. Like a, you know, yeah, live premieres. You like Joe Rogan be fucking blowing tree on his shit. Every now and then I may say nigga or something like that. You know, they need something like that and not try to be, you know, so, you know, like professional looking, if that makes sense. You know, they got to get a little, not gritty, but, you know, like, I don't know, because that shit is all clean looking. That shit is nice and everything. That shit is nice. But no disrespect, like I said, you know, AK, I don't know Barack too well. Never interacted with him, but AK, I've worked several events with him. Cool ass dude. I blew him off for an event he wanted me to promote or something. I didn't know who he was when I first met him, like 3 years ago. But, you know, like, I'm happy to see him doing that, but that ain't gonna cut it. That ain't it. That ain't it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard be sounding drunk or something.